feel like there's a portion in like every renovation project, especially if you're like not where you're going, that you're just over and you're like, okay, I don't care anymore. Like, let's just get in. Like, get me into this house. This is taking way too long. Where at the beginning you don't let things slide, and at the end it's like you could be missing like a full tile and you're like, I'll figure it out. Like, we'll put the chair on top of that, a table, whatever. Like, we're good.
Billy, you had to renovate your whole house after you moved in. Is that correct?
I had to do it twice.
Because you had water damage?
Yeah, so like the first, when we got it, they did that table trick where we looked at it, looked around, and like, there's a little bit of damage, but it's fine. Like, you just tear this, whatever. And then when everything was out of the house, there was an actual just giant chunk of wood missing from the wood floor where we saw concrete.
Oh, no.
We had to replace that floor anyways, so it wasn't a huge deal, but they definitely did some tricks where they like covered it up. And then there was another room where they used like what is it, like laminate or whatever, like the fake like wood floors, and they put that directly on top of another damaged wood floor. And then in the time between when we saw it and when we closed, like the air was off and all this stuff, so like there's all this humidity built up inside. Once we took it off, it was like they pulled one over on us, so we had to like redo a lot of that situation.
Insurance never handle that?
No, I mean, we just bought the house. They knew it was like so like that was something that we had to do.
And it didn't come up in your inspection or anything?
No.
Oh, they really got one over on
So
you.
we had to redo it, which we knew we were going to have to do work anyways, but we had to redo it. And then like 10 months later, after we were done, we had to redo it because there was a leak, because someone hit a pipe when they were installing baseboards and had been leaking, and then there was like mold, and they had to like tear everything up, and we had to start again. But here's the good news for those of you who are loyal mystery creators. At least I bought the right house, which is not something that everybody at this table can say, where someone signed and closed on a house that was not the house he intended to close
ended up getting a different house. Yeah.
That's true. You're also not the only person in the shipping container who's had to deal with a horrendous mold and or water damage situation. I feel like that maybe is just every house in South Florida has water damage at this point. Roy, have you had issues?
Yeah, but it wasn't enough for us to actually renovate. So we kind of fixed it ourselves.
You just got a boat, and you're like, we're fine. Like, leak here.
I got a kayak
and
and
it floats. Yeah,
we'll just get some dehumidifiers.
Hey, what's going on with your neighbor's house? Not to get too into this, the one that was caught on fire.
Nothing.
What do you mean?
Nothing's happened since they did the investigation.
Did they find the bodies?
There were no bodies, apparently. They didn't find any bodies. It was, again, abandoned because they left about 2 months earlier.
Wait, so they abandoned the house after it burned?
Well, who owns
before it burned.
What's your address? Is it for sale?
Yeah, I'm not giving you my address.
Just tell me the more or less whereabouts.
Okay.
Is it for sale? The house next to you?
I don't know. I don't know if they're still in an investigation or not.
It's probably a crime scene.
I'm getting choked up just thinking about the idea of me and Roy potentially being neighbors.
That could be great.
You're going to move up to Broward?
He's going to move right next door.
I mean, the chance to
You're
live
going to
next
get a
to
great
Roy
deal
Bellamy,
on that house, by the way. Fire damage, water, possible murder scene.
I mean, you got to start all from scratch, I would think, with the house.
I mean,
and you're used to renovating houses. So
I am in the market for a new house, and hopefully this time it'll be the right one.
Whoa, why don't you buy the house next door and then knock it down, and then you'll have a huge lot. And then the Roy mansion can compete with the Zaslow mansion.
I do like that.
Yeah.
See, there's this thing about not having money. You see, I have to sell an asset to buy an asset.
So sell your current house and then buy the house next to it.
This is America. Money doesn't matter.
Then I have to demolish the thing. Where am I going to live?
I don't know.
All right. Then
with Billy.
Yeah, with me.
With Billy, yeah.
Would you move in and live with me?
I'm not going to move in with you.
I have to ask my wife.
Yeah,
first,
like 4 kids and a wife.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. You do have to ask your wife.
2 kids and 2 dogs.
I do have 2 dogs.
Oh, yeah, 4 kids.
My fur babies,
as
they call them. Yeah,
Izzy and
cute.
Dopey.
Dopey.
Yeah, you're right there. You're right there.
It's funny because usually Izzy's the one people forget, and not Dopey, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Billy, back to your original point, you're absolutely correct. Whenever you start a big home renovation project, as I recently undertook, you're like, wow, I love these tiles. I love this floor. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Then you see how much everything costs. And then you're like, I'll get this tile instead. And then by week 2 or month 2 or month 6 or whatever you're on, you're like, I don't really care if we have baseboards.
A lot of settling.
I don't really care about backsplash.
Yeah, a lot of settling.
You start looking when they like lay down floor, sometimes there's like a little air bubble underneath the tile, and you like knock and it sounds like hollow. It's like and it's like, whoa, like that's not good. So like I was walking around and I was doing that. I was like putting a little blue tape here, blue tape there. I'm like, I gotta talk to the guy. There's like a lot of these bubbles, and then at the end I was like, take this off.
Correct.
Like, is that gonna hold? We're good here.
The guy's like, well, if I take that one off, I gotta take out this whole.
We gotta get in.
It'll be fine.
You know what?
Watch out for that one.
I'll pretend I don't hear it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Watch out for that one. Don't put a plan on that tile. That'll be fine.
Hey, welcome to Mystery Crate.
Hey, man.
Hey.
This episode of Mystery Crates brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings, crown is yours.
Yeah, didn't need a script for that or anything.
Nah, baby, I'm used to it already.
You know, I am lucky, Billy, because not to like poo-poo your handyman
been
capabilities,
poo-pooed.
but I'm not poo-pooing it.
Lowe's once
They reached out to you.
Lowe's once teased the idea of me being an influencer.
Yeah.
I exactly why I'm not poo-pooing you, but Lehman has some great handyman skills because he grew up with his dad, who's a carpenter. So I do feel confident that if any shit does arise in our future apartment, I can be like, Lehman, fix that, and he won't have an excuse because he knows how to do it.
I feel like Lehman could have a killer YouTube channel. Because it would be like a fishing channel and a
Handyman.
DIY. Yeah, and then all of us, people love that stuff because they love finding out what to do on YouTube.
Well, you're not going to go to the landlord for that, Jessica?
He's
owns
in charge.
He owns it.
She is.
Oh, look at you. Hey.
She is
going
going
the can on both ends on that one, huh?
She is going to the landlord.
Yeah.
The landlord's Lehman.
Lehman's YouTube channel would be him pedaling around with his little legs in his kayak and catching fish, and then like him doing handyman, and then like him cooking and stuff.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Fuentes, and he's also a professional producer and director, so I think it'd be
what a
fire.
catch. This Lehman.
Skills, man.
Yeah.
I think if he were a fish, he'd be like a grouper.
Oh.
Yeah.
You could do a lot with that.
Would
you know?
Samson fuck him though? That's the
Jeez.
question.
Yeah, I mean.
What'd you say?
Gosh.
Never mind. It's a whole thing about how Samson would fuck a fish if he could, and then
Oh,
and then we
no,
started talking
I don't
about
like
Shape of
that.
Water.
Ariel, I guess,
There's context.
Enough about me and Lehman though. What's new with all of you three?
I don't know, man.
Can I tell you the embarrassing end to the story of the Lowe's saga?
Wait, yes, there's an end.
Yeah. So
we never know, though.
So you put out a clip. You put out like on the 4th of July, and it was us talking about like, oh wow, there's like Lowe's influencers now or whatever, right? And then whoever runs the Lowe's account was like, oh, we'd love to have you or something like that, right? And then I was like, whatever, I let it go. And then someone else replied, and then they replied again, like, yeah, I would love it or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what, like, I gotta strike while the iron's hot. It's the 4th of July, but I'm gonna, I'll DM Lowe's and be like, hey, if you guys are serious about this, would love. I think I actually said like, hey, if you guys like actually mean, I would love to do some stuff with you guys, whatever, right? And in my head, I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm actually gonna do, but I'm not gonna pass this opportunity up. Exactly right. What am I gonna do? Let a month go by? So I reach out to the Lowe's account, and I said that, and then they wrote back something along the lines of, oh, thanks so much for your interest in partnering with us. Like, if you want to, there's an official process where you can go on the Lowe's website and you can apply and see if you're a fit and whatever. I was like, oh, thanks for nothing.
I've always been a Home Depot guy anyway.
Teasing me here. Listen, you know who I'm a guy of? Whoever pays the most. I'm not going to pretend anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm for sale, people.
Correct.
Offer me the most money and you can have me.
Billy's got bills to pay.
I want to be an influencer.
Ooh, Roy, what do you think you'd influence me on?
Hockey equipment.
Ironic influencer or actual influencer?
Roy, I think you could
both.
You somewhat lack the enthusiasm needed to be an influencer. And I say that as someone who also is in that same area. You don't have the proper temperament, I think, to influence people to do things.
When we had,
and I don't mean that in as bad as it sounds.
It sounds bad.
It sounds
bad. It doesn't sound great, yeah.
But I don't think if we were to take a silent poll, quiet vote, whatever it's called, I think that my opinion might be more of the popular opinion, if not the unanimous opinion, of whether or not you have the proper enthusiasm to influence others on social media.
I am emotionally even. It's not that I don't have enthusiasm.
I think Roy would be a good food influencer.
Yes.
Honestly, I was with him last year at this barbecue cookout situation, Billy, and I think him reviewing barbecue is something that I would watch.
Okay.
Thank you.
When we had George here, Mr. 305 Eats, we were talking a gig and what my food influencer structure would be, and it was very dry and sarcastic. But Roy has that tone without having to act it.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. It would be very niche, but very funny.
Yeah, this guy's miserable, but he's enjoying this barbecue, so it must be good.
Listen, I'm not miserable. I'm emotionally even.
I have a theory that Roy likes being anywhere but with us.
Yes.
So if he's
Am I getting paid to be here?
You
Currently
are.
Well, thank you.
At this moment, yes.
I'm very much enjoying the fact that I'm getting paid to be here.
It sounds more like you like to do things for passion than for payment. You know, if you're like more happy and you enjoy doing things elsewhere more than here where you're compensated, it sounds like you just do things for the love of the game.
Yeah, it depends on the situation. Yeah, sure, I guess.
Roy, oh, Jess, you don't know this. Roy's about to graduate today. It's a big graduation.
Whoa, yeah.
Ooh,
it
hockey
happened on
graduation?
Wednesday.
Yeah.
It happened on
Hockey
Wednesday.
graduation, yeah.
Today is Wednesday.
Today's definitely
Yeah,
not.
well, you know, this
Today's Friday.
Today's Friday.
Or
that
Saturday.
crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on where you are.
Congrats,
Happy
Roy.
graduation.
Happy
I mean, this
graduation.
is being discussed like I'm getting a diploma or something. Like,
Are you
it's just
not?
Well, you're
the last day of learning to play.
Yeah,
that's
but
all it is.
What have you learned?
You're the one that said you were graduating.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Rose said that.
Yeah, Rose has been going around bullying
That's a
him.
good point. Okay.
Yeah, that I mean, yes, she is number 2 on the org chart of the hockey show, which is the hat that I'm wearing right now.
Wait, over,
number 2?
Over
Oh,
Dworky?
what happened to Dwork?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well,
Who's number 1?
David's not a producer; he's a co-host.
Who's number 1?
So
me?
But you're,
So you're both
but
number
you're a
one.
host too.
I'm so
No,
confused.
as far as the producer situation is concerned, I'm
Dude,
the executive producer. She's the producer.
you give
Ethan's the
yourself that
associate
title?
producer, and then the state.
What's Ethan?
So Ethan's
Associate
2?
producer.
Oh,
Ethan's 3.
Okay.
Ethan's below Rose.
And Dworky is just
Oh.
off on an island by himself.
Dave's the second voice on the show as far as talent.
Okay, but who does his performance reviews?
Okay, so Billy, if there was a tree,
Yeah.
Roy's
Well,
at the top of the
technically he's not
tree,
being paid, but-
Rose is underneath Roy,
paid?
Dwork is over here,
Yeah, he's-
and then Ethan's beneath Rose.
so Ethan's on the
Right.
top of the totem pole.
That's right.
Yeah, because the bottom is the
Because
good.
the bottom,
so it's
yeah.
Ethan, Rose.
And
We
then
don't,
me.
we don't know where Dwork is, and then you're on the bottom.
That's right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Interesting.
For those of you who don't know how totem poles work, the bottom is actually good.
Yeah, the foundation.
There you go.
Hey, where do you guys, speaking of home renovations, where do you draw the line on repairs? Like, what is something that,
Plumbing.
yeah, plumbing and electricity, I
Yeah,
think, are the
I-
popular ones.
Especially electricity as well.
You could literally die.
Yeah.
I don't want to do electricity ever in my house.
You can
ever.
either smell
Yeah,
or you can die.
exactly. Oh, my arm feels funny. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, gas lines. I think that you need a permit for
gas
that
lines,
anyways,
yeah.
but I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
You can die. You get blown up. Yeah. Don't want that.
There's something about like home electrical work. If I'm there doing it by myself, and then like all of a sudden no one sees me for weeks.
Electricians have it made though, man. If you need an electrician, that's like $500
It's
just to get to the
right?
house.
Yeah, it's specialized.
What's
You know what scares me is the saw, any type of saw really, but especially the circle saw.
Circular
Lehman's
saw?
dad is missing half a finger from one of those
Really?
saws.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which finger?
His ring finger on one of his hands. I think they sewed the top back on, so he has like the finger,
Okay.
but it's not in its original form.
Yeah.
Why is everybody wearing NASCAR Chicago stuff today?
Okay, so
That race was like a month ago.
that was a mistake because I went to one day to this bar and Michael had extra hats, so he gave me one. So I just wore mine today, and then he just happened to be wearing the polo today.
Got it.
That's why it looks like that.
That's a coincidence. You guys didn't text each other this morning like, hey, what are you wearing?
Seems unlikely. It's the same
Coinky-dink,
color and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Did you used to do that with your friends in high school? You'd be like, hey, what are you wearing today? We should match.
No.
No.
Really?
Me neither, because I had a uniform.
I was gonna say, me and my friends had uniforms, so we matched.
Yeah,
every
you
day.
didn't have to call.
We matched every day.
Yeah.
What color Oxford polo are you wearing tomorrow? Oh, blue or white.
Blue.
That's your only.
Yeah.
That's your only choice.
I didn't like appreciate the uniform when I had it in school. It was because then I started going to public school. I started my life in private school.
You want a uniform for work? Is that what we're getting to?
Kinda, yeah.
What would you like
Wear
to
a
wear?
suit.
I don't know. You could pick.
So you don't have to figure out what to dress,
Exactly.
like what to wear.
There's no like.
You guys basically do wear a uniform. You all wear heavyweight cotton tees and shorts every single day, and a flat brim hat. Like that's literally what you and Ethan and Taylor all wear every single day,
Bit of a curve in the hat. Yeah.
and Chris Cody
So
and Tony.
I basically have like a 4 or 5 shirt rotation.
Yeah.
Because what happens is I go and I'll wear my clothes for the week, and then they get washed, and then they're at the top of the drawer, and then as I'm trying to like sneak out of the house at like 7 a.m. to not wake people. Now it's different because summer's over, but as I'm trying to sneak out of the house, I just kind of grab the top shirt. So every week I'm basically wearing the same clothes just over and over and over again. When I bought this Caleb Williams shirt, I never would have thought that it would have gotten the life out of it that it has.
You just bought that randomly in Chicago for the watch along we did, right?
Yeah, where
Yeah.
I was
Bear Down
That's
Billy.
so funny.
Bear Down Billy.
Bear
Yeah, I
Down
went to
Billy.
Dick's Sporting Goods, and I went and I bought a Bears
And a
hat,
hat.
and a Bears shirt.
Nah.
Big reveal.
Gonna be good this year.
The funniest part
Hey,
about
if you say so.
Bear Down Billy was when Matt Forte came on. He actually called me Bear Down Billy as if that was a.
Can I just say that the Bears are going to be good this year thing that people do every single year? At some point, you just got to say, same old Bears. Like, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah,
we can't keep doing this about the Bears every single year.
You're not a fan, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Whoa.
She's not.
She's a Steelers fan. Yeah.
You're a Bear?
I know. And I feel like I have to explain that to
Every
like
time.
Stugotz and Amin and like Mike all the time. They're like asking me questions about Caleb Williams. I'm like, I'm not a Bears fan.
Yeah.
I jumped on the bandwagon one time when they made the playoffs as a joke, and I stuck with it for like 7 years, and then I got off the bandwagon because it got old.
But the good thing is like that bandwagon's always available to you because you're from there.
Yeah, I'll just start up the bid again. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you? I'm sure we've gone over this a bunch of times, but we've also joked about how like you're all over the place and you represent every team. Like, so Chicago's where you actually grew up, in the Chicago area.
Blackhawks fan.
Chicagoland. Yeah.
Okay. I just was unsure because I know that you have like the Clemson tie, and you have like a New York tie.
My New York tie. I don't root for any New York teams. I lived in New York post grad, so I'm familiar with it. But yeah, I'm not a Knicks fan. That was another thing that I got. There's a lot of bits that you do over the years, and they confuse people, and then eventually they confuse yourself.
Yeah, you love Lehman, so when the Knicks do good, he's happy. You're happy. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than when they suck and he's depressed.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and it gives you something to watch, right? Because the Bulls always suck. So,
a good part.
Exactly, Mike Fuentes.
Yeah.
So I have a take, Jess, that I have workshopped and kind of soft launched, and there's too much content around sports and football in general. I just kind of, and I don't mean like talk shows and stuff like that. I mean more so in the terms of like docu-series and stuff like that. And I realize I'm saying this to someone who probably should not disagree with it. Yeah, you've been in a couple. Lehman worked on a couple. Yeah. But it's gotten to the point where like before it's like, okay, football season started. I got to watch Hard Knocks. And now it's like, I got to watch Hard Knocks. And I got to watch
Kingdom
Quarterback.
Yeah.
And I got to watch this new docu-series about the Cowboys. And I got to watch the SEC documentary that Lehman worked on. And I got to watch all these different things. It's like by the time the games come, I'm either going to miss the games or going to miss all these shows. I feel like I have too many things to watch to keep up with it. Everybody's talking about.
No, you're right.
I feel like they all came out too in the last like 6 weeks. Yeah. It's like, why didn't we spread some of these out? Like I'd like to watch a football show in the off season before August.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because like the Kingdom I just heard about the other day.
Get me through baseball season with a football show,
which is the Chiefs show, and also
wait, where's that on?
Exactly, Amazon Prime, I think.
Oh boy,
it's called The Kingdom, and it's about the Chiefs.
But also, Billy, there's so many streaming services now that like none of these shows are going to be as universally popular as Hard Knocks was 15 years ago. It's like the Cowboys fans are going to watch the Cowboys show, and Joe Burrow fans are going to watch the Quarterback show, and SEC like none of them are the same. It's like the way we watch TV has just changed now that there's so many options. I feel like.
Yeah. I guess. Good. So you're saying I don't have to watch any of them.
So you don't have to watch any of them. I mean, the Quarterback show, I watched a lot of it. Like, it's good. Like, Netflix, I've read this whole thing about how they've, like, you know, perfected the background noise shows or something like that. Like, shows that you don't really have to lock in for, but you can kind of follow. And I feel like the Quarterback show is like that, where you're not really, like, learning anything about either any of the quarterbacks, but it's just kind of like nice background noise, nice like football to have on in the background. But like the show's not like, it's fine. Like Joe Burrow is just not that interesting of a guy. Like Kirk Cousins honestly has more to say, and I don't really like him that much.
Is, like, we work in this industry, right? So we all know like how these content decisions are made, and it's like I know I'm not going to get anything too interesting because all these shows are ran through producers and editors, and they're probably approved by the teams of the guys and the teams of the guys. So it's like
not all of them, but a lot of them now. I mean, a lot of them aren't docu-series; they're just like vaguely unscripted shows. But I think the better shows stand out because they're not going through that much vetting.
Like I remember when the Tiger Woods documentary came out on HBO, I was all about it because he had nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
because so I got
the unofficial stuff.
Exactly, and but that's the parts we want to see. Like that's the part that intrigues us. So when I get this super PR'd version of anything, it's like this is just going to show me the highlight reel of this guy's day. Like
kind of like the People versus O.J. Simpson.
But it's
like a docudrama.
Yeah, but that's a show. That's like a straight show.
Yeah.
Sports media talk. How did this happen?
Yeah.
You know what I saw? You know what I saw the other
Thanks,
day?
Dan, Billy.
Scotty Scheffler is $25 million away from passing Tiger Woods on the career earnings list.
That's so crazy. He's so good at golf. It's actually kind of fucked up.
And he's like 28 or 29. It's so unfair.
He's so young. He's so just like normal. I mean, it's crazy. He's so good. It's just crazy.
I mean, it's just a guy.
Is that adjusted for inflation though?
No, of course not. It's just total. I mean, obviously he's winning more money now than Tiger was winning back then, but still, he's going to be like the career all-time earnings leader by the end of this year.
When
basically,
he has
the way
a
he's
line
winning.
with Nike, I'll pay attention.
You're not going to pay attention to him?
I'm not really a golf guy, so.
If he had a line with Nike, it wouldn't be like, that's not a cool thing anymore.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, money-wise.
Tiger doesn't even have a line with Nike anymore, didn't he?
Yeah.
But
they still have a golf
Sunday Red.
But he got paid for it, is what I'm saying. Like,
I thought they shut down the golf division.
I think they did.
What level of how should I put this? What level of success do you have to reach that you're like, you know what? I'm good. I don't need to aspire anymore. Because I feel like Scotty's there where Scotty has made $95 million. He has made more than enough to live the rest of his life. But obviously, he's not just going to retire from doing things at 28 or 29, even though he very much could. And it'd be kind of dumb to do it if he's just winning all these tournaments so easily and getting all this money. But and I mean this in a respectful way, as a group of people who are less talented than Scotty Scheffler.
Hey, man.
That's not an insult.
I bet
That's
you are
true.
way funnier than Scotty Scheffler, Billy.
Well,
did you see Happy Gilmore?
Sell yourself short.
As a group
You know what?
people,
I bet I'm a better baker than him.
There you go.
I bet I'm good at like two things better than him, but not good enough to be as good as he is at golf.
I
at
bet
them.
you, Jessica, can read Shakespeare lines better than Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah.
None of this
Definitely better than Chris Cody.
You know, Jess, this weekend I was texting some of my friends, and I was telling them.
Oh, that's nice.
Because I was watching.
You're going to move next to me. You didn't text me.
Well, I mean, you rejected my moving in next to you, so.
No, I rejected moving in with you.
I texted Fuentes this weekend.
Oh, that's good.
About something else. He texted first, so.
That's a fantasy football question.
Anyways,
I'm glad you didn't text me.
I figured out. No, it wasn't. Fantasy football was yesterday. We've texted like 2 times in the last 5 days, I think. Doesn't matter.
I'll look.
So I was watching one of the many the baker, Buddy Valastro, like cooking shows that he judges. And this one is one where I think like they start out with like I don't know what it is, like a cookie, and then it's like a cupcake, and then it's like a cake at the end, right? It's like 3 different levels of things that you have to cook. And I was watching it, and I texted some of my friends, and I was like, you know, is it too late for me to go to culinary school and just become like a baker or a chef? And then while I was doing that, I then also admitted to them, I don't want to do it to become a baker or a chef. I want to do it to host baking and cooking shows and know what I'm talking about, or be a contestant on a baking and cooking show, because they bring these people on and they can just go and do whatever they want. They have so much information, and like that's the level that I want. Like I'd love to be like a baking or cooking show, like host, judge, or even contestant, but not necessarily run a bakery, because that seems like it would be very difficult,
really
and be hard to
hard
get off the ground. And here's another thing. And I don't mean to disparage anyone, but I'm sure that there are bakers, contestants on these shows that are more experienced and more knowledgeable than the judges, and they're doing it, and then the judges are like, nah, I would do this, I would do that, and it's like, dude, I have been doing this so much longer than you, and know so much more than you, and I just don't have the right PR people around me, and I just didn't catch fire, and you guys are just like rich and famous for hosting all these shows.
I was baking before social media, and you happen to bake during social media, and now you're more popular than me. That's basically what it is.
Or like during COVID. I started my channel during COVID and I blew up.
Exactly.
I mean,
You
Billy,
didn't get your cameo during the bear.
I feel like this foodie genre is a big fake it till you make it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you could fake your way into being on Cupcake Wars. I feel like you know enough famous people here and there where you just start making videos on your YouTube or whatever, Instagram, and then you kind of just finagle your way in there, pretend you're an expert on cupcakes. No one's gonna say anything. You're Billy Gill.
I see things like Nicole Byers on, Nailed It, and Joel McHale is on Crime Scene Kitchen, and like you have these celebrities that are on these cooking shows, and then they go and they're like, oh, what do you think? Like, oh, it's a little tart, it's moist, it's this, it's that, and it's like, what the hell do you people know?
Exactly.
You're comedians.
Well, it's also to their taste.
Exactly.
Yeah, like,
Why
that's what they like.
Oh, this is one of the best pieces of whatever. whatever pie I've ever had. And it's like, who cares?
Before we go to break, let's recap me and Billy's text from the last month.
Oh, I don't know about
the
this.
last month.
I want to see this.
So I sent Billy a text. It says it's a picture from ESPN. It says Lionel Messi, Jordi Alba each receive 1 game suspensions. My caption is integrity, and then Billy texts me back, thank God. I write, would be ridiculous to give him a pass. Next text message, August 13th. What time is crate? I say in 10 minutes. Then
it wasn't.
It wasn't. Then that's saved Saturday. How about that?
Surprised.
How about that Quentin Ewers, huh?
Quentin Ewers.
Then Billy writes me back, QB2. He still had guys dropping and look good. The next day, much better than Zach, even with the drop. So I waited a full day to text me back.
So with like 3 out of 5 days, because yesterday you texted me about fantasy football.
And then yesterday, you win for fantasy for this place or nah? 7 hours later, when's the draft? I respond, good question. There you go.
We'll be back.
It's time for You Betcha.
Yeah, You Betcha. Yeah, you got
DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
It's
Chelsea.
your thing, and you just like every time you say it used to be You Betcha. Now today it was like You Betcha.
You feel like doing it?
Rush now.
You're like rushing through
And then,
it for some
and then I'm
reason.
sitting in this weird seat where I'm facing this
He's
way.
depressed. Did you guys see his tweet the other day?
What was that about?
It's time for You Betcha.
That's not even, the camera's not even over there.
DraftKings, the crown is yours. We're going to do more EPL action going into the second round. Nottingham Forest came up big for me last week. Problem is Chelsea did not. So we're going to do Nottingham Forest to win once again, and then we're going to take Aston Villa, who was playing Crystal Palace, who was the pesky team that gave Chelsea a 0-0 draw. So we're going to put those two together, and we're going to do a little quick DraftKings math, and that gives you plus 272 at the time of recording. That's You Betcha.
You betcha.
I mean, the camera's not over there. You're not looking at the camera.
Are you
I know,
all
but I
right?
have my laptop and then the board.
Can I read his tweet from the other
do
day?
it.
Mike Fuentes tweeted, quote, I have become such a miserable shit lately. My God, everything annoys me.
Wow.
Unquote.
Getting old.
It's just my final form. Yeah, becoming an old curmudgeon who's mad at everything all the time. So I'm just getting there early, I guess.
No. I mean, I half jokingly replied to like the group text about it, but I was like, lately, like, are you becoming self-aware? Like, what's going on? Because I don't notice you that much different than like, and I say this as someone who likes you. I don't notice you much different.
Yeah, it was just something
That's
in the moment
true.
at the time, but
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd have Jess like looking at my timeline and being.
Of course I saw it. Can I also, I know this is a mostly audio forum, but can I just point out, if you're watching this on YouTube, the Chris Cody sticker that Mike Fuentes then replied to Billy with of like MAGA Chris or whatever that meme of Chris is so funny to me.
I hate that photo.
Is that one of your biggest regrets?
When Mike was just like, "Hey, cross arms with me." It was like the day after I shaved my
meant the
beard.
shaving, whole shaving thing.
Yes.
Where were you guys at? That was like
in Salt Lake.
It was like All Star or something, and he went. It was part of like a.
Hey, I mean, like, got a nice little bag to shave my beard.
It was a Dollar Shave Club thing, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it was a punishment.
Who was it that was?
And now it lasts forever.
What like? There was like 2 or 3 players that were like randomly there. Like,
It was Rudy
what the
Gay.
hell is going on here?
It was Rudy Gay that we also talked to us, and and then we had it was like an after party after our whatever we did, and I remember going up to Rudy Gay and wondering if he remembered me.
And
he says he did, but
He's
That was
lying,
a party where Fat Joe was performing, right?
yeah, that was cool.
so are you okay? Like, what's going on with you?
Yeah, what's going on?
And you can't get that mad about this being brought up when you tweeted it.
Yeah, I mean,
we're not like revealing like a private moment.
I will also say, and you will deny this, but I will also say, like, when you're tweeting that, you're kind of fishing for attention. So, like, we're giving you the attention that you were seeking with that tweet, and now you're, like, bothered by the attention that we're giving you.
I don't know if it's more of fishing for attention or just looking for some kind of outlet to say something.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Mike?
Yeah,
Can we start there?
throw
Are you
an axe.
okay?
Yeah, what the fuck is the matter with you?
Yeah, I
Well,
don't know.
hold on. Too aggressive
Yeah.
here.
No, I need to know. What is the matter?
Hold on.
I
If
don't know.
he's
Roy's
going
my
through
new,
something, screaming "What's wrong with you?" at him is not going to get him through this.
No.
So, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with you?
Nothing. In the moment, I was like, man, like, why am I so sour about absolutely everything? And then that was it. And then
What was your breaking point? What set you off for that tweet?
I can't say that.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I should apologize.
can we put
Is it related to the fact that we just paused Mystery Crate for several minutes so you guys could record an interview while I just sat here and ate a sandwich?
No, I had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. I didn't learn about that till today.
That would have been wild if he
Is it
tweeted about
'cause
that last night.
you found out?
Museums.
Like Becky G is engaged or whatever? Isn't she like engaged
No.
now?
That's a question that I need to solve because
What is?
apparently they're back together,
Brother,
but she's
you have
never
no
with him.
shot. Like,
That's
you gotta,
not true, Billy.
You need to first. Like,
She told me I
completely
smelled nice. Okay.
forget. Okay.
Well, nice.
There's a chance.
Good.
I mean, if you're spiraling like this and you in your head believe that you have a shot with Becky G, who's like your daughter's age, then this is kind of like crazy.
I have a daughter.
Well, you could. And it could be Becky G.
Would be your daughter's age, yeah.
No, she's not that young.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, you're old, so.
I'm not old, Roy. I'm 40.
I'm sorry.
You're not old enough to be tweeting like this. This is, I mean, we need an intervention here. Are you okay?
She meant to say you're too old to be tweeting like this. Right? Or not old enough.
Too old to be tweeting, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you're like
well,
16,
hey, wait a minute.
If you're like 16 and doing this, you'd be like, okay, fine, we get it.
I think
Olivia
there's
Rodrigo, you
maybe
just
there's
have
like a
teenage angst.
couple different age brackets where you can get away with this. Like if you're an angsty teen and also if you're an old curmudgeon, but Mike, you're like 40. I mean, you gotta get a grip, buddy.
I said on the main show this week, and I was serious about it. So Dan was telling us that he fell down a flight of stairs while he was on vacation.
Oh God!
And then upon further review, it was 2 steps at the bottom of the stairwell, and he hit the last step when he fell. So he really just missed 1 step. But
it wasn't a flight.
How many does that have to be for a flight?
I said to him,
going up to the next
13.
Four steps.
13 is a flight.
You're both too old and too young for missing 2 steps and falling down a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
It's 2 steps. Same thing with you. You're too young and too old to be tweeting the way that you were tweeting.
Listen.
Unless you're going through something, and then we're here to support you very publicly, but privately, just between normal business hours, you could reach out to us, and then outside of that, leave us alone.
Well, Dan did say it was dark, and I guess you couldn't see because he was on his phone.
Yeah, but
down.
Right, but that's called tripping. That's not falling down the stairs.
Yeah.
I
Use the banister.
actually have fallen down the stairs before,
A whole
and it
flight?
was really scary. Yes, like the top. I tripped on the top step and
People
fell
have literally
all
died.
tumbled down.
Did
I know
you
it was
roll?
really
Heavy
scary.
D died.
Did you like roll? Did you tuck your head? What was the strategy?
So I was a complete idiot, Billy. This was New Year's Day 2018. I was a little hungover.
What year?
But I was fine.
2018.
2018. I was like 23, maybe.
Good job, Chris.
I was carrying my laptop down the stairs at my parents' house because I was going to go sit in front of the TV and watch the Citrus Bowl and the Outback Bowl because Ryan Nanny was dressed as the Bloomin' Onion that day. And he was my boss at the time. So it was like a really big day. And I was like, I got to get downstairs with my laptop. So I was kind of like in a rush and I was wearing socks. And I slipped on the top of the stairs. And when I tell you my hip and my elbow hit the step so hard, like the entire house shook. And then I kind of like bum, all the way down to the end while I was still holding my laptop. So I only had one hand to brace myself. It was so scary.
Wow.
Entire house shook.
The bumping down all the steps sounds
3 little
really
pigs build your house?
painful.
Like on my ass, Chris. It was so scary. And then I was like laying on the bottom of the stairs. I was like, oh my God. Neither one of my parents heard. Like they were just in their own little world. I mean, my mom is deaf, but my dad didn't hear it. So I was just like laying there and I was like, help.
Which was more tragic, Jess's fall down the stairs or Danny's tumble in Austin when he was on the scooter?
He almost died.
Yeah, I thought
like,
Danny-
like, I thought,
Yeah.
I
Danny
thought
fell
Jessica
into
almost
traffic.
died.
Danny was
I
going
thought
like
he
24
was
miles an hour.
going to be decapitated by an oncoming car, and it was a miracle there was no car in that lane. That was very like traumatic, and we didn't even realize it. And Lewis was laughing. He thought it was the funniest thing because he didn't realize that was like the second or third time he fell, and he was still laughing the first time he fell, not realizing it. None of us took it as seriously as we
I think
should have.
if my staircase was into traffic,
Right.
I think that we could have a real.
We took it more
fall
seriously
off.
when we saw he was bleeding through denim, and we're like,
internal-
that was.
I imagine
that
there was some internal bleeding.
And then there was a conversation I remember because like we were still like it was early on in Danny's time being in our lives, and Chris Cody was kind of like he was being the good responsible person, but also like the guy where he's like, so like I should get him an Uber, right?
But I'm not
and then
gonna.
he's like, but am I doing that on my account? Like, do I give him my phone? Like, what are we gonna do here? How do we get him in this Uber?
And I want to keep riding. I don't want to ride with
that was another thing. We were all kind of like, but we all have these birds, and what are we supposed to do with these? Like, we want to
we're
ride
getting
these.
charged
You were
by the
also
minute.
already an hour and a half late for dinner.
So I
was
ordered an
sitting
Uber.
there
It-
waiting.
So much
gave Danny
further.
my phone.
You should have rode with us.
Yeah.
Bird gang.
Glad I didn't.
We all.
And then we get to the restaurant, and I'm like, Danny, you good, bro? And he's like, yeah, I'm good. And then he lifts up his and he just like shows us like the bloody shirt underneath his sweater or whatever the hell he was wearing.
When we left the venue that we were at before the dinner, Jess, like we had all gone and we got our birds and we were going and doing like a little like loop.
Where
around
were
the
we
parking
before
lot.
dinner? Were we at? We weren't at the Two Seasons, right?
No, I think it was
Went
like
from the show.
directly from the show.
Oh, we were at the actual Four Seasons.
Yeah, So like I think we were doing like little laps around like the driveway of the Four Seasons in the Bird.
Yeah.
And then we saw Dan and Valerie getting in like the fancy car. And I remember we saw them and we're like, guys, want to be part of the Bird gang? Come on, let's go to dinner. And we asked them if they wanted to join us on Bird scooters riding to dinner, and they could not.
If Dan was on the scooter and fell off on the sidewalk, he would have been like, I fell down the stairs.
Well, that bridge was like,
because it's one step.
Yeah, that was a long bridge, the one that Danny fell off of. Yeah. And we were booking it.
Wait, this was over the bridge, like when in Austin.
Yeah, the
like,
long bridge.
The bad spill was down the bridge.
It was on the descent of the bridge because he was going full speed.
I didn't know that
I can
detail.
still see him. I can still see
It was a tumble, huh?
I can still see the tumble.
He's refuting all this information.
When you're
He's like, I'm not going full speed.
No, he was, and we look
right next to you.
He was going full speed, and we all saw. Like we knew on the first group that crossed that bridge, like you gotta let go. Like you wanted to hit it,
let up a little bit.
Yeah, but you gotta let up a little bit, especially when you're going down. Like all of us were like, you gotta let up a little bit.
That was
Let the
Danny's
momentum
problem.
take you.
When we saw him go across, he was booking it, and we saw the wobble. And once you get the wobble on that Bird at full speed, you know exactly how that story.
You ever see the thing where like people get caught like just revving too hard and they like that's what it was.
It like takes off from underneath
He was
him?
like
Yeah.
he just was poor guy.
Trying to impress you guys. Yeah.
I don't know. Why did we bring this up? This is about your depression.
We made a
not
memory.
his
Yeah.
embarrassment.
We made a memory.
You said, Billy, that
You
I
brought
can't.
up Dan falling down the stairs.
There it
Yeah,
is.
but you said that I can't text you off work hours. Do I have to remind you that over the past month we have shared 11 text messages?
I know.
A full 11.
Yeah. How are you feeling? I also saw the board with all the people participating in fantasy. I saw there was 12. So I'm not going to make this a 14-team league or a 13-team league.
We had 16 last year.
Yeah, it was absurd. It was a ridiculous
it was.
league.
Yeah.
How are you doing now mentally? How's your mentals?
I feel fine. I have a long night of work ahead of me, but I feel fine.
What makes you happy?
Oh Lord! Here
Like,
we go.
how do we get you
Singing
to not this?
I don't want to miss a thing.
I don't want to miss a thing. You know what also I've mastered? Which is one of Johnny's songs. I Can Love You Like That.
Oh yeah.
By All For One, yeah.
I can love you like that. That song.
I could make you my world.
Classic Johnny.
Yeah.
I noticed you like a good photo booth.
Against my will, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
see.
okay, I guess-
Is there anything you're not too cool for?
No, the thing about that photo booth, I know the one you're talking about, it's so hot in there. It's like literally stepping into an oven because it's already hot and then the lights are like right on top of you. Come on, Billy, you know how it is. You do things for the wife, you know, she wants a photo booth, you know. Chris knows.
You're taking pictures with not wives, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
whoa.
whose wife
Oh,
are you
wow.
taking pictures
That's
with?
the exact whose wife is
None of
the
your
question.
beeswax.
Oh well.
Waffle
damn.
cones are the best for.
Maybe that's what he's upset about. She
sister?
won't leave his man.
Wow.
Oh.
Is that what's going on here?
Wow.
Nothing.
Waffle cones.
Home
Waffle
wrecker.
cones are the. Would you wreck a home
What? No.
if it was the love of your life?
You can't
Becky,
stand in the
yeah.
way of love.
That's. I mean,
Did you say you can't stand the way I love?
No,
No, I can't stay in the way
yeah,
of
Of
love.
course. You'd be selfish too.
yeah. So would you like
Step in the name of
you'd
love.
ruin like a marriage potentially
Wouldn't ruin a marge.
if you guys were in love?
I'd be there.
What if it's Chris's marriage?
No,
What if you
I
fell in
Chris.
love with my wife?
Okay, that's wait. Hold on. I like this. Hold on. I like this.
Let's follow
scenario.
this.
All right. What if you fell in love with Chris's wife, and Chris's wife fell in love with you? Would you want to stand in the way of love at that point?
Well, we could have.
Or would you
We
be
could just
cool?
have a three-way marriage.
We
Oh, nice.
We could throuple it.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Chris
Is it
get
a
along?
three-way marriage if they're in love with each other though, and no one's in love with you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's technically illegal, but yeah, sure.
I've
You're kind of just watching at that
I've seen
point.
Fuentes out and about. We can make a trade.
Yeah, no big deal.
What?
Nothing.
Wait. We're swapping?
What if Mike thinks he's in love with your wife, but he's actually in love with her twin sister the whole time?
Wow.
And your
Oh
marriage is
my
ended because-
God.
Cody would love to have me as a brother-in-law. He would love it.
You'd be good.
Yeah, see?
Solid.
Yeah.
Would he be better than your actual brother-in-law?
I have a solid brother-in-law.
What's his name?
He's no Kyle Brandt, but my brother-in-law's name is Tommy.
Tommy.
Tommy. Yeah.
He's a,
How
fi-
old's-
he's a
how old's Tommy?
firefighter. He's my. He's,
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
He's
solid.
31
Yeah.
check in his
he's
column.
3
Sorry,
days
Fuentes.
older than me, and we married twins. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Why
Mike
he
is
better than
always
me?
putting out fires
Wait a
at work,
minute.
though, you
Yeah,
know?
correct.
Yeah, that is true.
Why is
Yeah,
he
yeah,
better
you got
than
a
me?
good
He's a
point there, Jess.
firefighter. Why?
Because he's doing something admirable.
Those guys just sit around. They don't do shit.
Dude,
They
I
go
always-
What are you talking about, dude?
No, I'm telling you. I always
Have
make-
you seen
no,
Backdraft?
I always,
All right.
I always make fun of them. They get ducks out of drains. That's like
Have
what
you
he does.
seen Rescue
I'm telling
Me?
you, I'm friends with a lot of firefighters.
Check in.
They check the vitals on a lot of
They
old
go,
ladies.
They go to
Yeah.
old people homes when they
Yes.
fall, and they go get ducks out of drains.
Correct.
Like,
Yeah.
That is like the day-to-day of a
The
fire.
Very
day those
noble.
guys get a
Yeah.
car fire, it's like the Olympics.
You
for
know how
them. They're
excited,
like, I
you know how
can't wait.
excited firefighters get when there's a fire?
Yes.
But there's a fire right now.
Listen to me.
I'm telling you, it's like their Super Bowl. They get all the gear
You're
and they run
not
out
going
there.
to win this one. This is not a winning argument on your part. I'm telling you right now.
Listen, me versus him. for his sister-in-law.
Should I call Tommy right now and say one of our producers?
Karaoke? What kind of contest is that?
You know what? I'll even let him pick my song.
What? Wait. For his sister-in-law?
That's right. That's how confident I am.
But Chris, now at all your family parties and stuff, you have to talk about work. Like Mike is going to be there and he's going to be like, oh, did you hear we have to do Mystery Crate on Tuesday this week? And now you have to listen to that.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Danny B didn't do this.
It is pretty crazy how when you hang out with work people, you always gravitate to talking about work.
I feel like you don't.
What else are we going to talk about?
Every once in a while, you'll give me like a little pat on the back and bring up something, but then it's over really fast.
Yeah,
and I'm talking about something else. Yeah.
I try not to do that, honestly.
Right.
Waffle cones are the best form of vehicle for eating ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
This is an unpopular opinion, according to you.
Can I just
give me a bowl, man?
Thank you, dude. Make an argument. Just give me a bowl of ice cream.
I'm a bowl guy. Yeah.
Maybe a cone, and I'll dip it like as if it's like tortilla chips. A little cone, little break.
The thing about the waffle cone is when you hold it in your hand, and they always show it in pictures, it's just like a big mess coming down their hand.
Yeah.
And I don't like having the sticky
That's why
hands.
you gotta work that thing.
That's why I like.
I'm not a cone guy.
I don't like the waffle. I don't like the waffle cup.
Really?
Like you go and you buy the cup and it has a waffle inside because like you're almost like you're paying for almost a size down of ice cream because half the
You know
cup
what
is
the
taken up
best
by
is,
the
Billy?
cone.
That's a good point, but then you get the best
What's
of
the
both
best,
worlds.
Jess?
Yeah.
When you have a cup of ice cream with a waffle cone chip in it.
Yes.
And you can use it as a vessel to dip.
like a
Yes,
spoon?
yes.
that's
Like a
not bad.
tortilla, like nachos.
I'm damn.
like it's a chip.
I'm damn good though. When I do have a cone, that thing's not dripping. I'm keeping a tight
I
perimeter.
don't believe that
I'm
for a
keeping a
second.
tight perimeter. I'm working that.
You look like a
you got the
classic.
napkin.
I
Sticky
am
Fingers
working
if
the
I've ever
edges.
seen one.
I'm working the edges.
Yeah, you work
constantly.
those
Oh
edges.
yeah. I believe that in all of the things that Chris Cody does
Thank you.
on a daily, weekly, monthly basis,
Thank you.
this thing is something that he actually puts
Thank
a
you.
lot of effort into, and I believe that he is very good at it.
Yeah, it's a good
I haven't-
edger.
I haven't
Yeah.
had a drip since like 06.
Oh, Roy. You dog.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
You know what? I've been eating ice cream out of like one of those Yeti cups, not like the long like tumbler, like the little
Ooh,
like
the
coffee
mugs.
cup.
Hey.
Yeah, like a Yeti mug, dude.
That's a good idea.
Never,
That's so smart.
That's smart as hell.
Together?
never melts. Never. It's
wow.
just in there. It's the entire time. It's the same consistency as when you scoop it
I bet
out.
it would
You
eventually
just
melt.
changed the game on me.
Yeah,
bro.
you got to.
I'm gonna do that tonight.
Yeah.
You got to try it.
Wow.
And sometimes I'll put a little Nutella on top of it, and then what ends up happening is because it stays so cold, the Nutella gets a little hard.
Like a little magic shell.
Exactly
Not the-
right.
Shell.
You
Not
remember
the only
Magic Shell? They used to be a
Yes.
thing that you could buy at the store, and it would freeze on
It
top
came
of
out
it.
as syrup, right? And then it would turn
Yeah,
to a
and
shell.
then it would
yeah.
freeze. Oh, science.
Classic.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was terrible for us.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
was.
No
Yeah.
way that
Oh,
like, this
yeah.
So many
hardening
chemicals.
thing was good in your
Yeah.
stomach.
Honestly, when I die, I
It's
want
fine.
I would like a death report. I guess they do want an autopsy.
An autopsy.
But I would want like a practical death report, not the actual cause of death, like drowning or whatever. I don't think I'm going to drown. Oh, God, this would be morbid if I did.
Yeah.
But I don't want like the report of like, oh, he drowned. I want the report of like, look, he had magic shell, and that took 0.08% off of his life. And then
Wow, that's
all of the Papa Johns that he had over
All the long days at work.
when he went and he was waiting
commute.
around for Stugotz.
The Onion.
XYZ that took off like 2.3 days
The Onion.
of his life.
Roy.
The Onion, man.
Yeah, how many years did the onion shave off?
I think I'm never gonna outlive like that. I'm never gonna get away from that.
These
The
guys,
hospital didn't
they
help.
they also use it against you. Like you'll be talking to Tony about something, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm not taking advice from a guy who got put in the hospital by an onion." You know.
Yeah.
Tony says
I'm never gonna
that?
take Yeah, Tony's.
I mean, that's
Tony.
that's an absurd comeback.
Sometimes-
An onion would put him in the hospital immediately.
Listen, sometimes
we should test that out. Actually,
You just gotta let bullies bully
Where's my ice cream?
sometime. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you gotta give Tony the wins and just let him like, oh, you're right. Oh, sick burn, Tony. You got me, buddy. Like you're good here.
I constantly say Tony gives off that high school bully energy.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
That's like his dream was to be a high school bully, and maybe he lived it. I don't know.
He got there. Congrats.
Was it when he calls people dorks? Like,
That
what gave that
this guy's
away?
a dork.
Yeah, when they know something.
Yeah, I watch UFC.
Jess, you read books? Loser. Okay.
loser, idiot,
Yeah.
freak,
Nerd.
nerd. Is it a brag to say you read Carl Hyacin books? I was like, what? No, that was like 2
Whatever,
weeks ago.
nerd.
Is it a brag to say? Is it a brag to say you read?
I was like, you made children's books too.
Artificial banana flavor is better than actual bananas.
Yeah, that Checkers milkshake. That
Martin,
banana
too.
milkshake. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't. What? Watermelon flavor doesn't really taste like watermelon at all.
Right. Yeah.
If you have watermelon really doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah.
No, well,
Cantaloupe.
it's more of almost a cucumber type taste.
The flavoring?
Yeah.
Or
The actual watermelon.
I feel like if it's not like ripe.
I don't know that I've had more than 5 actual cherries in my life.
What? I have a whole bag in my fridge right now.
I've only had cherries like in a drink,
Or
like
on
a
a Sunday.
cherry.
Yeah,
like
but
a Shirley
but,
Temple.
But do you consume the actual
old-fashioned.
cherry?
I'll eat that cherry.
So
but-
I toss it. I don't think I ever.
Cherries are
have.
delicious. They do make you gassy though.
Cherry
You gotta be
candy
careful.
is delicious.
Cherries-
Cherry Airhead.
Cherries have a pit, right?
Cherry Jolly.
Yeah, it's got a pit, yeah.
Rancher.
Well, see, that's another
Some
one.
do.
The cherry flavoring doesn't taste
Cherry
anything like
Star
cherry.
Well, they
Burst.
usually take the pits out and then they
Yeah.
candy it for.
I love
stuff like
candy
old-fashions.
cherry flavor, but not actual. I mean, I guess I don't know that I ever
Manhattan.
tasted real cherry. I have
Now
to have.
that Roy keeps referencing alcoholic beverages.
I miss it, man.
Yeah.
Drinking?
Yeah, he's been dry for like a year.
Yeah, I've been dry since last year, January. I'm sorry, July. Last year, July.
Are okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna hop up back on the horse, or are we done for goodsies?
No, we are definitely not done for good season.
So how long are we
how long
riding
are you
this
gonna
out
do this
for?
then?
Until Annie gets pregnant.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
All right.
There it is. Okay.
Why you don't want
Makes
that
much more
whiskey
sense
dick?
now.
No,
Oh my god.
no. It is a health issue. You know, passing on.
Sorry.
Genetics
Like,
type situation.
Oh, if you're trying to get pregnant and you're a woman, you should do this, this, and this. And then meanwhile, there's all these studies that like apparently men that produce a lot of testosterone cause morning sickness now.
What?
I'm not a doctor, but
You can ask Tony.
I've seen. Yeah, we'll ask Tony next time. he's on.
I guess you'll be okay
Like, oh, all this time it's been the men's nasty sperm.
it's all fault as usual. I guess.
Interesting.
Well, what I was getting at was
Good for you, Roy.
I tried a martini for the first time.
Oh, with the olive?
Yeah, well, so that's the thing. I don't like olives at all. But then I decided to get it. I'm with this group, and everybody's ordering dirty martinis, extra dirty with blue cheese olives.
Well, to substitute the olive, people sometimes use pickle brine.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that I'm in for. You know, I'm a pickleback guy, Cody. But
yeah, dude.
like, I had it for the first time. It was awful, and I kept trying to like trick myself into it. James Bond drinks
It's
these.
gin, right?
What about espresso
shaking that
martinis?
stirred.
Are espresso martinis
I do
good?
vodka martinis. Espresso martinis are amazing.
Yeah?
Oh my god, it is like the combination of all the things in the world that I love, Billy. They're
Really?
so.
But you can't have more than one when you go out. Maybe two at the
I
most.
can't have half of one.
Yeah.
That's why I don't drink them.
Did you have gin or vodka?
Vodka. But I know that they make espresso martinis with tequila, and that's the preferred.
Jess,
You can make it with
You
tequila.
can't drink them like you can't do more than half because it gets you drunk or tummy
The caffeine,
ache, like tummy
my
ache city?
caffeine. No, it's not tummy ache city. It's a caffeine thing. Like I'm very sensitive to caffeine, which is why Cafecito like has just it's like rocket fuel. I mean, it's like that for everyone, but I can't drink that much caffeine if I'm drinking alcohol because it just will make me be insane.
Yeah, that's the issue. Like, you have one espresso martini, you can't really have 2 or 3 because then you're just loading up on coffee. Like, you know, it's like people who used to drink Red Bull vodka like crazy.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
couldn't have too many. Like,
And they're also terrible for you.
they are.
How do we feel about the different espressos out there? Like Italian espresso.
Overrated.
What's that?
I never had that.
Well, you've had it here with an espresso pods if you've had one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Honestly, when you ask what is that, I'm just going to tell you it's an unpopular opinion. It just says Italian espresso isn't that good. And then when I said, how do you feel about Italian espresso? He said overrated. So
Overrated.
now I know that was his
What
topic.
do you mean by Italian espresso? Like
I have no clue what he means by this.
Well, I mean, you know, like La Lava, like, but it's like the idea of having an espresso, like, oh, I'll have an espresso at dinner. I'm not like a one shot. That's why I don't even really drink Cuban coffee anymore.
So just espressos?
No, because if you make like a latte or like a cappuccino, like something like that.
So you
I'll
don't
drink.
like just little Nespresso shots is
Correct.
basically what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't like
Dude,
like.
I'll have like 3 a day. Oh,
same, Billy. Oh my god, I love caffeine.
I don't even
Man,
like.
what, you
I don't even feel it sometimes anymore. And I'm look, I don't want to brag. I'm doing 11s on the scale of intensity, and it's not hitting
Wow.
me anymore. It's
Oh,
not hitting
no.
me
You're too
anymore.
used to it. That's why.
Well, it's the little. I have the old Nespresso machine. So
The
it's like
old one was
little
the
pods.
best one.
It's
The new one's not as good.
Well, we have the new one here, the bigger pods, and
yeah, that's my Nespresso that I donated to you guys.
there's a blue one. Thank you,
You're
Jess.
welcome.
There's
Thank you,
there's
Jess.
a blue one, and I don't know what the number on the intensity is, but if I have the blue one here, I get the shakes. Like, it actually makes me shake. I would come in and we would do God Bless Football like at 7 in the morning on Mondays with Fuentes, and I would get I'm like, oh man, I'm so tired. I got to do the blue today. And during the episode, I would be shaking, like I'd be tweaking out if I had the blue, and I have no idea what it is, but I know I can only do purple or another color. Blue, I can't do.
I tried the gold one day, but I think that was like the one that was set
That's
up for like
decaf.
a full cut. No, it said decaf on the side. I looked specifically for one that didn't, and it was
Wow.
just like a lot of coffee. But I don't know, it just doesn't hit like like my American cup like that I would have in the diner.
Your drip
I like
coffee.
Yeah.
I love espresso shots.
No.
I usually will have one a day, and then sometimes I'll have a nitro cold brew on top of that, and then sometimes I may have a kombucha in the afternoon, which is black tea. So.
promo stuff. Yeah.
Check out Matt Berry on the Greg Cody Show. Matthew Berry, not the Sports Center host.
All right,
Matt Berry seems more your vibe.
I agree.
Yeah.
The hockey show, we have Barbara Schusen on this week, so check us out.
Wow.
You still have that dog abuser Ethan on there?
Yes.
Jeez Louise.
Whoa.
Percy's fine.
Check out
by
the
way.
echoes.
Oh, the echo.
Echoes.
Percy's fine, by the way. She doesn't need surgery. She'll get better eventually.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, goodbye.
Echo.